Season 4 of The Bear is streaming on Hulu, and I have to tell you right now, this is one of those shows that has really had a lot of ups and downs. And I don't mean that from the acting standpoint, I mean that from the emotional ride. If you go back to the first season and the second season of The Bear, it's very chaotic. We were being introduced to these characters at certain times in their lives where they were living quote-unquote comfortably or in the survival mode. We started to peel back the layers of each character and look at the family and look at where they've come from and what they've done. Now, season 3 for a lot of people was kind of slow and kind of what people called boring, uninteresting. I will say this. I remember watching season 3 in my hotel room, binge watching it because I was out of town for work. And I will say that although this season 3 was completely different than the first and second season from the tone and the direction they went, I think it was very important. Yes, I found myself at times not really enjoying the episodes because it did feel very slow. But after watching season 4, what happened in season 3 makes sense. I don't think season 3 was the best season at all, and quite frankly, I don't think season 4 was. But it did set up so much for our characters, for their future, their lives, and where they're going. We see them in a completely different place. We see them in a different place emotionally, mentally, physically. We also see the whole team as a team, which is something that has been lacking for a while. There's always been pieces of the team together, but they haven't really been cohesive enough to survive. There's still a lot of baggage. There's still a lot of unanswered questions, and there's still a lot of things that haven't been brought to light, but they became into the light and drove themselves into the forefront of these characters in season 4. I really enjoyed season 4. I think the setup for what will most likely be the final season in season 5 was absolutely perfect, and I'm curious to see where they are going to go with it, because if they set it up this way, there's not much else they can do, but how are they going to execute it? I think The Bear has had a lot of ups and downs as far as viewership. I mean, people still clearly watch it, but what people think about this, because they don't realize these are characters. These are characters that are developing. If we saw the same antics from season 1 all the way through season 4, what would be the point of the story? What would be the point of these characters? It'd be no development. It would just be the same over and over again. Seeing all these people change, develop, and grow is clearly what the story is about and what stories are about. So I think they're going in the right direction. I look forward to see what season 5 is going to bring.